dating can be a wild card. Just when you think you have it all figured out, someone comes along and throws a curveball that just makes you go, what just happened? These crazy signals aren't always easy to decode, but once you know what to look for, you'll start to see patterns that can make or break your dating life. Some of them are subtle, while others hit you like a truck. Anyway, being able to recognize them will save you time, effort, and sometimes even heartbreak. One weird signal is when someone plays hot and cold. One minute, they're all over you texting nonstop, wanting to see you, acting like they're obsessed. The next, they disappear for days with no explanation. And this can drive you insane. Is it a test? Are they uncertain about you? Sometimes it's a power play way of keeping control by making you crave their attention. If you're dealing with this, recognize it for what it is: emotional push and pull designed to keep you hooked. Healthy relationships don't function in this manner. If someone's truly interested, their actions will match their words consistently. Then, of course, there is the overshare your liver. You meet them, and within minutes they are sharing all of their darkest secrets, family drama, heartbreak from years back, personal insecurities. In a world where vulnerability is huge, too much, too fast becomes a beacon of an emotional dependent or fixer. It's date time, not therapy time. When you think that you might have to handle someone else's emotional baggage, yet you have no idea about his last name, be aware of this and handle with extreme care. Another mind-boggling signal is when someone is always too busy. Life gets hectic and people have responsibilities, but if someone is genuinely interested in you, they'll make time. The "I'm too busy" excuse is usually just a polite way of saying you're not a priority. If you're constantly the one initiating plans, it's time to step back and see if they actually put in effort. If they want you, they show it. If they don't, move on. A classic WTF signal is when they bring up their ex nonstop. Whether they speak ill of them or speak highly of them, it means they're still emotionally attached. They may compare you to them, rant about how bad their ex was, or worse, praise them like they were the love of their life. In any case, this is one surefire sign they haven't moved on. If you feel like you're competing with a ghost, well, you probably are. Ever go on that date where somebody subtly or not so subtly pushes your patience? Maybe it's a poke button or two just for effect. Some individuals out there enjoy the drama of riling someone up. For others, pushing these boundaries is often a test and not a tease. If you think someone is habitually setting scenes to get reactions from you, know better. In healthy dating, the dynamics include no emotional manipulation or playing mindless little games. Another weird but common signal is when someone's being too secretive. You ask basic questions about one's life, and they evade them. They are unclear as to what they do, who they hang out with, or what the daily routine consists of. They could well be hiding something, maybe another relationship, some shady past, or just the lack of real interest. If someone wants you in their life, they will naturally include you by sharing information about themselves. If you feel like you're always hitting a brick wall, there's a reason. One of the biggest WTF moments in dating is when someone becomes ultra possessive way too soon. You've only been talking for like 2 weeks and they already act like they own you. They get jealous at mentions of other people, ask you where you've been, or subtly try to control your schedule. Early possessiveness isn't romantic, it's a red flag. More often than not, this pattern escalates into controlling behavior that goes from zero to toxic in no time. A confident person will not need to mark their territory early. On one extreme, there is the less than perfect date. Everything they say is what you would have chosen for them to tell you. They like everything you do. They don't disagree with you on anything. They never challenge you. And that, except very rarely, is actually an act. Some people change shape in order to capture you. They slowly unroll into their real shape later on. Real attraction has hints of differences, disagreements, and real connection, not a reproduced show. And of course, good old breadcrumbing, when someone gives you just enough attention to keep you interested but never enough to build anything real. They drop the odd flirty text like your posts or pop up when you least expect it but never full commitment. That frustrates because instead of hope being killed, nothing ever solid materializes. If someone is breadcrumbing you, recognize it and move on. Real interest doesn't come in sporadic crumbs. It's consistent and obvious. Another huge warning sign is someone moving too quickly into serious talk. They barely know you, but they're going on and on about marriage or kids, or maybe even living together. While this may make a person feel special, it is generally a sign of emotional instability. True intimacy is built over time. If someone tries to speedrun intimacy, the chances are they're more interested in the idea of a relationship than they are in getting to know you. One of the ones that might be most overlooked is passive-aggressive behavior. They won't directly state what's bothering them, but will instead make these little jabs or distance themselves. Maybe they say things like, "I guess you're too busy for me," or "must be nice to have so many options." Instead of addressing issues like a grown-up, sulking is what they do, expecting you to read their mind. Communication in any good relationship is the key. Passive aggression from one's own part is most definitely a sign of emotional immaturity. Lastly, beware of the dater who's overly nostalgic. They keep reminiscing about their single days, talking about wild experiences, or acting like commitment is a prison. If someone constantly talks about how much they miss being single, take the hint they might not be ready for anything serious. A person who truly wants a relationship won't spend time romanticizing the past. These crazy dating signals will make your head spin, but the bottom line is this: consistency and emotional maturity count. If someone's behavior is confusing you, making you question where you stand, or leaving you feeling drained, trust your gut. Dating should be exciting, not exhausting. The right person won't leave you second guessing, because when someone's genuinely into you, you'll know it without a doubt.